shit will never serve me. Bless other men, investigate your mystery.
Hi everyone, and welcome to this week's Mindful Moment. I just finished watching this documentary last night that has me absolutely inspired, and that documentary is called Happy, and it's by an individual named Rocco Bellic. It's on Netflix. You have to check it out. What it's all about is looking at happiness, how we measure it, both in a scientific and a very personal kind of way. It looks at happiness throughout the world, in different communities, what makes people happy. It's a really cool documentary. But one of the biggest things that I took away from the documentary was a scientific look at what makes us a happier person or a not so happy person or somewhere in between. And you'll see this in the documentary, but it explains that 50% of our happiness is based on our genetics. 50%. And that through our genetics, we are placed on some kind of scope, some kind of line where we experience our happiness. That means some of us have more access to being happy very easily, and some of us have a little bit more challenge or are often a little bit more neutral based on our genetics, which I think is so cool. What people will find the most surprising, and what I found the most surprising, is that through this research, circumstance, so that's how much money we make, the relationship that we're in, the job that we have, the things that we own, it's only 10%. It's only 10% of our happiness. That's so tiny. That's so small. And what the coolest thing is that 40% of our happiness is maintained and elevated through intentional activity. Intentional activity. That's choice. We actually have a choice to be happy through these kind of intentional activities. Now, what they talk about in the show is those intentional activities are things like exercise. They're things like meditation. They're things like reading your book when you have a to-do list, because you know that that intentional activity will make you happier. And I just think that is such a cool thing. Almost half of our happiness is based on the intentional actions we take. So Lululemon, right? So on board with that. And as we approach the end of our month of freedom of thought, it's my hope you can take this kind of responsibility that you have to recognize that a thought is not you. You are not your thinking. That you have the opportunity to gain awareness through meditation. And through that awareness of how we are thinking, we create choice. And that choice can lead to happiness. That's all I have this week. It's been a beautiful month. I'm looking forward to next month. And that's it. So I hope you have a wonderful day. Much love to y'all. And until next time. See you then.